Pointer power! Show me your pointer power, or those super laser eyes if you're not using your finger.
The superpower of reading is in every student's reach. But to help decode the mystery of reading strategies, kindergarten teacher Katie Kyer has a secret weapon: the classroom library.
As I'm starting off the school year, setting up my classroom, I like the idea of the library encircling our whole group area, kind of like that we're surrounded by the books and the authors that we love, because they're kind of helping us lead our journey for the year. One of the major goals being to foster independence in the classroom, starting from kindergarten on up, is to have the library be something that we've co-created together. So I'm not just putting all the labels on the baskets and the bins out, but I'm having it be a conversation with the kids as the library evolves. What baskets would you like to have? What interests do you have this year? Some years we have kids that are way into dinosaurs, so we have to have a dinosaur basket. Other years, not so much. So it changes each year as it goes on.
I like when the snakes scream like, ah!
Classroom libraries are an instructional tool where teachers can customize book selections that match student needs and interests. From kindergarten to 6th grade, the purpose of each library is to entice students to pick out books on their own for independent reading. It's a time when accuracy, comprehension, fluency, and a love of reading are supported.
For me, the biggest thing is giving them as much time as possible in our classroom to read. Because that's the only way they're going to be a better reader, is to actually give students a time to read. When they do different book clubs, I'll read the book with them and then we'll talk about it together so that they can get that model again of what it looks like to be a persistent and thoughtful reader and really getting into the meat of the text.
We haven't been in school for a couple days, so let's remember, when we have a reading play date, we read together. Sit side by side with one book in the middle. We talk. Readers have to talk about the books that they read, right?
Katie Kyer uses the classroom library to help guide instruction. In addition to reading Playdates, Katie utilizes free time reading, so students can select any book of interest from their class library. Book placement and reading instruction is purposeful and complementary, and that includes the use of personalized book boxes.
Level texts are an extremely important part of my teaching. I meet with guided reading groups and with small groups and confer one-on-one with kids using leveled text every single day. The children have book boxes with baggies in them that are just right books for them. They're books that they've read with me, that they've conferred with me over, and they're books that I know are a just right match for them. Those books are not part of our classroom library. I do not have leveled books in the library because I want the library to be as authentic as possible. And when you go into a bookstore, you don't see leveled books. You see books organized by author or by topic or by subject.
Our books are a series too.
Elephant and Piggy books are series too. Who are those by?
Mo Willems.
Mo Willems, they are. Okay. Super readers. It's also so important to me that kids don't identify themselves as a level. I never want a child to say, I'm a level D. I want to hear them say, I'm a reader who loves Mo Willems. I'm a reader who thinks David Shannon's character David is the best character ever. And I love Mrs. Wishy-Washy books, and I can't wait for Jan Thomas's new book. I want kids to engage in books in a really authentic way. And that said, it's so important that they are practicing in books that are just right for them.
Last year, Maze Runner was a huge book. So I had one copy of the Maze Runner and one copy of the books that followed it. So because a lot of kids were really interested in it, we started a book raffle. So that book went up and anybody who was interested in that book was able to put their name into this raffle. And then the rule was that you got a week to read the book. And it's not a ton of time for a book that big, but you got a week to read that book. So if your name got pulled out, then you won that book for the week. What was interesting with it is that because the Maze Runner was so popular, everybody wanted it, but it wasn't an appropriate book for every single kid. And it was interesting to see kids go and try to read it and then say, you know what, Miss Pine, this isn't really for me. This is too hard, or I'm not really interested in it, and they would turn it back in early. And they had that, because they had the choice to do that, they felt a little bit more free.
Classroom libraries are about choice and ownership. It's the backdrop for an exchange of ideas and reading mentorship. By providing time and authenticity, teachers can see the powers of super readers emerge.
I just read for fun, so yeah.